What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Y'all got in here really quick. I'm impressed. What's going on? Hope everybody's having a good day today. We're just gonna get right into this thing here. Give me a moment as I just make sure everybody's in. Cool. How's everybody's day going? Everybody doing all right? Hopefully so. Let's get rolling. This is going to be, I don't know, if I do streams earlier in the day like this, they're going to be the shorter one because I can do my main stream at 9 Eastern time. 9 p.m. Eastern time, which is my plan. And that's usually the 2-hour long stream. This one's probably going to be like 30 minutes. But we had quite the day now, didn't we? Quite the day in the stock market. Not so much quite the day in the crypto market. What's going on, Schmicky? Welcome to the stream, man. Robbie, ready to listen to the Dogecoin guru? Here I am, man. Schmicky, another day, another Doge dip opportunity. 100% agree with that. Let's get this Reddit squeeze over with so we can get back in the green on crypto. Yes, sir. Schmicky, we be thirsty? We sure do. We sure do be thirsty. It's time to print some tendies, am I right? And it's been a long time. My Weeble keeps locking up for some reason. Oh, maybe not. I guess Doge's price is just frozen. Oh, it is 5:30, I guess. Okay, never mind. Long day at work. Anyway, let's roll right into this. So to start off, not a very eventful day overall, depending on how you look at it. And depending on how you look at it, I guess it's either a very eventful day or a not eventful day. If you were looking for a dip, very eventful day. If you were not looking for a dip and were hoping for it to go up, this was not your day today. Not at all. So the day started, let's see, where does it turn 6/8? Right about here. Pretty much opened the day. This is, midnight, so hours ago. This is where we were. We were about 33 cents. You can see ever since then, I mean, we fluctuated between 31, 33 cents. We did break out of that little channel there, made a move up to about 33.8. Nothing to write home about. And then we dipped back down to 32, made a move up to 33 again. And then at that point, it looks like Bitcoin decided to do the deed here and sell off the moment it had been waiting for. And so as Bitcoin ended up crashing down to like 31,000 today, which was crazy, it sure enough pulled the whole crypto market down with it. And so we saw Dogecoin drop from 33 cents all the way down in one run, pretty much all the way down to 29 cents. I'm sure a lot of you here did not think we'd be seeing that number again. Me personally, I did not want to see that number again. Most of us already got in at like the 25 dip. We rode it up. Maybe we brought another dip at like low 30s. And now we're ready to take off. We've scalped. We've done our fair share of scalping. Now we want the big move. We want to get our tendies. We want to lock that in. And unfortunately, we've just been trading sideways for so long here with very low volatility. Not much of a money-making opportunity here. Now, if you were out for some reason here, you managed to catch the 29 dip. I mean, right now you've got 4 cents of profit under your belt, which is great. When the asset is 33 cents each, or at the time it was 30 cents each, and you get 3 to 4 cents of profit, that's about a 10 plus percent gain on your account, on your investment. So that's actually not bad at all. But if you didn't sell at any point, you really didn't catch this move. Like, it was nothing. So overall, not a great day. Good news though, we're still stable at 33 cents. It could be a lot worse. We could be down at 30 flat, stable there. That's usually what happens when Bitcoin is anywhere near, under $35,000. Dogecoin somewhere near 31 cents, but we are still holding strong. Now, keep in mind, this is what's interesting. And for those of you that haven't looked at this, if you side by side the price action, you'll have noticed the trend. And I deleted oh no, I didn't. The yellow line is still here. So usually when Bitcoin is here Dogecoin is around 31 cents. Instead, Bitcoin's actually all the way down here, and instead of dragging Dogecoin even lower, we're actually at 33 cents right now. We're not even as low as we usually are when Bitcoin is at $36,000. So typically, if Bitcoin was 36,000, we'd expect Doge to be 31 cents, but now Bitcoin's like 33,000 and Doge is at 33 cents. So we're seeing signs of strength from the good news that we've had up to this point. We're seeing signs of strength from the Coinbase announcement that we just had this week. It's clear that there's still buying pressure that's still holding us up, and we are still above where we were a couple days ago. So we're stronger than we were a couple days ago. Dogecoin is more valuable than it was a couple days ago. Our floor basically has been risen up by a couple cents per Doge. So good news. But yeah, nothing exciting here. You see all the negative price action. We did kind of get this like head and shoulders type move here with consolidation and then a dump off. It's not really surprising. So there's that. Anyway, let's move on a little bit and let's see what stole the thunder for today. Who had the spotlight today? And as we know, it sure wasn't anything in the crypto space. So let's go take a look into the stock market and see what went down. Today was, again, just like the end of last week and just like yesterday, it is still the day of the meme stock. So until they decide to cool off, we are just going to struggle on the crypto side because a lot of our buyers, as we talked about in the last couple live streams, a lot of our crypto buyers are the ones that end up joining into the pump in the meme stock. So the AMC, GameStop, BlackBerry, and Workhorse, WKHS, the same people that would normally be buying up Doge right now, since Doge is trading sideways, they want an opportunity to make some money, and Doge is not it. So not right now. So they've moved. They've jumped ship. They'll be back though once this is all done. They'll come back to what they know. But until then, kind of just gotta join into what's making money if you want to make money as well. So all eyes on the meme stock market right now. So first, let's take a look at AMC, probably the most popular one right now. Now, as we saw yesterday, basically, let's take this back 2 days here. So, or a couple days. We had the extreme move up to like 70s, high 70s after hours. Then it sold off really hard into the next day. Right here, we're looking 5 days ago, the 3rd, that was on Thursday. On Thursday was the first sign of weakness right after the initial move because we didn't quite make it up as high as we did the day before. And when you sell off like that super hard and then you make one more attempt and you can't quite make it, it's usually not that great of a sign. Usually it's just a sign of weakness, but there was still some hope here, especially going into the big day, which was supposed to be Friday for AMC. AMC ended up selling off as it went into after hours, but it did hold stable at the 200 EMA. Nothing concerning, but nothing great either, right around $48. And then come Friday, the big day, everyone's expecting something big to happen AMC on Friday. Just like Doge Day, it was a flop. So opened at about $50, made a move up to like 57 early in the morning at about 11:30 Eastern time and sold off for the entire rest of the day into after hours. So pretty depressing Friday for AMC. And so we had the highest high, then not quite as high on the next one, and a lower high on the next one. That is a sign of a downtrend starting from where it peaked here. So as we went into this, we said, well, the way it's looking after hours, if it stabilizes come Monday or it starts to move up, there might be kind of one last hurrah type thing going on. But if it sells off and it dumps hard, probably can just forget about it. That's typically how meme stocks go. Once the signal is out there that this is done for, everyone's like, all right, show's over. But of course, the meme stock Reddit army is very strong. And so it just opened up a little bit and traded sideways. That was just enough to get people's hopes up. So they joined in on market open, went from 40 actually to about $60. So a slightly bigger move than they had on Friday, which was interesting. And then it just kind of traded sideways, kind of made that move again back to 60, couldn't break through, and then traded sideways into after hours. Now, the thing is, again, in after hours and then into pre-market, it traded sideways and did not dump. So until it dumps and it's clearly over, people are still going to have their hopes up and they're going to keep saying, this is a dip. This is just a dip. Buy the dip. until it looks scary and like it's completely doomed. That is going to be the mentality. Everyone's trying to milk AMC, GameStop, and all those other things for what they're worth. So it ain't over till it's over, basically. And sure enough, that's what we saw today. Going into market open, they were still up. Things still looked okay. Moved up only $2, but then sold off to 50, and now it's just trading sideways here. Thing is, it's still doing okay. So you can't really say it's over quite yet. If anything, you could say this is just some consolidation. It's finding its support up at these levels, and it's planning to make a bit of a recovery over time. If anything, that's what you can say here, because it doesn't look bad. It's just been kind of trading sideways for 2 days with some signs of bullishness. It did make slightly of a slightly higher high here than it did here. And then, like I said, it's trading at support, moving up a little bit into after hours. And now it's got the support of this strong 53 level and the 200 EMA right there. So it's going to be hard to force it down. Now, if it does get forced down, that's probably the end. But until then, this thing's not dying. So similar sentiments when it comes to the other meme stocks, which we can check out next. But predictions for tomorrow, same thing. Look to see if it's moving sideways in pre-market or starting to curl up a little bit. If it is, it's probably going to have another move up to 60 or higher. If it's dumping below this yellow line and not looking great, could be done. Let's go to GameStop real quick. Let's go to GameStop. So kind of a similar thing here. We noticed a couple days ago that GameStop was starting to make a similar pattern to what AMC did originally. Now, let me try one more time. I know I failed this last time when I was trying to move quickly. Let me try and side by side the price action here just so you guys can see what I'm talking about exactly. Maybe I have to go to the daily. All right, maybe I don't. So that's the big move. Hang on. Let's try and do this. Will it let me? Maybe it won't. Never mind. Can't find it fast enough. That's besides the point. Anyway, if you look at the chart the right way, you'll see that GameStop's price action is extremely similar to what AMC's price action was before AMC made the move, the strong move to the upside. Oh, I just remember where it was. Let me try it one more time. It was in 20s, so I just wasn't looking at the right spot. It was like down here. Here it is. Okay, here it is. So if you look at it from this angle, and let's try and make it look similar here. Let's just get it to an equal scale. I might have to bump the time frame up one. There we go. So if we look at it like this, let's bump the time frame up to 4 hours here, and we look at it like this. It just messed me up again. Where's 20s? There it is. All right, let's just leave it like this, because when I go higher time frame, it messes it up. Okay, so when you look at it like this, it starts to look very similar to what AMC did originally. A massive move up the first time. Then AMC sold off just like it did here, made one attempt, sold off, made a bigger attempt here, right here, had that little double dip move just like it did here, sold off into a super sharp sell-off, then recovered, right? So it looks extremely similar, another dip, move up, like it's almost exact the way that the price action moved. And then the curl up into the major move. So at that point, you see here that it made this big cup, this final cup, and started to break up high, and then it made a handle. But actually, if you're looking at this, you can see that the handle was right around these wicks, just like it is right here. The handle was right around those wicks, right around these highs, and then it broke up. And once it broke up and it cleared like the wicks, the highs over here, then it started to go for the high here, kind of the all-time high, which was 25 bucks. And once it got to there, that's when things really took off. You see the actual squeeze up to 77. I know people are sometimes saying that it's not really a squeeze. This is definitely the first part of a squeeze. You don't just rocket from 25, 3x in a couple days with no short sellers covering. So may not be the squeeze that gets you to $100 or $1,000 or whatever your price target is, but this was a squeeze. as soon as it passed the all-time high. Now what we're seeing on the GameStop side is a similar pattern here. So now we've got the all-time high, this cup and handle formation with the gradual recovery, a pullback, which was kind of today. Now going into tomorrow or the day after, who knows, it might do a bigger pullback first. But either way, all GameStop has to do is have another strong day and start breaking back up above here. If it does that, we could see the same thing happen on GameStop as we saw happen on AMC, to where once it starts setting its eyes towards this high after it passes this one, once it starts getting up there, and then if it breaks, who knows where GameStop goes. AMC 3x'd at that point. GameStop, I don't know if it has room to like $1,500, but that would be following exactly what AMC just did. So all I'm saying, keep your eyes peeled. GameStop, today was honestly GameStop's day. Had a really big move in the morning. Went all the way up to 350, basically 345. Let me drop my time frame back down. All the way up to 345. Big move up, as you can see. Opened at like 290. That's a large percentage gain, and then it sold off really hard. And going into after hours, it did kind of consolidate, trade sideways, uptrending a little bit, and now it's above the 200 EMA, and it's kind of looking at the VWAP line and whatnot. So all you have to do, really same thing as AMC tomorrow. Keep your eyes on pre-market. See if it's trading sideways or trending up. If so, there's a chance that it curls up. If it looks dead, people might just sell off. All right, but if they can hold it and make it go up, there's a high chance that you see a lot of price action from GameStop over the next couple days. Now, if you're looking for a Doge move, you don't want that to happen because, like I said, all the people looking to make money, the meme stocks is where it's at right now. Dogecoin and all the other cryptocurrencies are following Bitcoin, which is trading sideways. So if you want Dogecoin to go up, you don't want the meme stocks to go up. But if you don't care, then you don't care. Finally, there's only two left. Let's look at BlackBerry here. BlackBerry did a very similar thing to GameStop. Basically opened at a low. Well, actually it sold off first, but then made a move up and then sold off for the whole rest of the day and traded sideways. You can see here that it didn't finish quite as strong as GameStop, even though the price action is similar. It didn't reclaim the top side of the 200 EMA, so it's actually doing the same pattern, but underneath. And then it kind of did this little sell-off before it's consolidating sideways, and even the consolidation isn't trending up like GameStop's is. It's kind of curling to the downish side. Not going to over-evaluate that, but obviously it just doesn't look as bullish as GameStop, so we'll see. But of course there's not as many backers on GameStop as on BlackBerry as there is on GameStop, so that's to be expected. And then finally Workhorse, the last one. So in my opinion, my two favorites right now are GameStop because it's clearly the strongest and it's also the most well known. Even though AMC is the thing right now, GameStop has been making bigger moves, just kind of under the radar. And then I like Workhorse as my second meme stock because it's kind of the slept-on one. Everyone knows what BlackBerry, AMC, and GameStop is, but nobody really knows what Workhorse is. It's one of those things like if you know, you know. And it also has more bullish movements in general than BlackBerry does. So there's that. Then, let's see. Going into here, same move kind of as GameStop. Big bullish move on market open, but it actually did not sell off as hard as GameStop did. When GameStop sold off, it went like in a straight line down and then did this. But Workhorse really tried. I mean, you could have sold here, bought a dip down here, caught another sell right up here as it started to fizzle out at this point, maybe even here, and then look for a re-entry or something if you were trying to scalp this. But looks good going into after hours as well. It did lose a lot of its gain here, but it's about $1 over where it opened, and it's actually trending up in after hours, so not bad. It does look like these meme stocks are looking to have another move tomorrow. That is unfortunate because for Dogecoin, we were kind of hoping to for Wednesday 6/9 to be our day, especially with potential for an Elon announcement or something like that. There's just a lot of potential to the upside for us because people are going to be at least expecting Elon to start tweeting some stuff out. 6/9 again, it's a meme day, just like 420. Elon loves doing stuff on meme days. He's all about the memes. So you can at the least expect some tweets from Elon, but maybe even a Dogecoin for Tesla announcement. I feel like tomorrow's the day he would love to pull that off, just because why not? So we were looking forward to that. And then also with less distractions and more momentum on the Dogecoin side, we maybe could have realized some more of our Coinbase hype run up. So those are the things we were kind of looking forward to, but it just doesn't quite look like we're going to see that if these guys have a strong day tomorrow as well. So at that point, our only hope for tomorrow would be if the meme stocks decide to cool it and let us have our day to shine. So we'll just keep an eye on it pre-market into market open. That will kind of give us an idea of what's going to go on for the day. Then there is the chance, though, that Elon does wait until like 4:20 before he starts doing those posts, which would be after market close. So there is still hope if these guys are stealing all the thunder in the morning for when market close hit for Dogecoin to then start making its move up. But we'll have to keep an eye on it. Again, Dogecoin right now is not doing anything particularly special, hovering at 33 cents. The market leader Bitcoin doing its thing, holding everybody down at about 33,000. So nothing really to write home about here. We'll just have to keep an eye on it come tomorrow and see where we go. But at the end of the day, we know where Dogecoin's gonna go short term. We know we have a lot of good news in the pipeline. We know that our coin is stable at the very least because of how consistently we can trade sideways without selling out and without completely dumping and selling off. So at the very least, we can look at this as an opportunity to buy the dip. So yeah, there's that. Let's see. I want my tendies with dipping sauce, dude. Me too. Absolutely me too. A lot of the Bitcoin people who aren't the institutional type are saying the FBI stuff is made up. Really? Well, that's interesting. What's going on, Alark? Welcome to the stream. MJ's 28.9 Bitcoin by Friday. It's possible. We're not that far away. Doge looks to be outperforming Bitcoin, which I think is a very good sign. Oh, it's a great sign. Having that level of strength is a great sign. Ethereum even got pulled back to like 2,300 today. Good call on that workhorse yesterday, man. Hey, I appreciate that. Hopefully you're able to make some good money off of it. I actually, I traded the place that I called out. So I was already in workhorse, made a nice profit off of workhorse calls that I had. And so I sold those calls in the morning, and I obviously at that point, once I made the money off workhorse, GameStop was already up, so I wasn't going to go long on GameStop. So instead, what I did was I waited till it hit what I thought was the top on GameStop, and then I bought a put. I bought a put that wasn't crazy expensive with premium, but that also gave me a pretty decent break-even price. But I didn't do June 11th because I thought that was a little too risky. Because we don't know if we don't know if the Reddit army and all the people, even some of our crypto people that are buying it up, are going to keep the price elevated for the next day or two. So in order to really guarantee and lock in some profit, because there's probably no way that this particular price level is going to hold for like a whole week and a half or something, I did buy a June 11th put. A June 18th put. So that gives me a little more time. But I've never bought a put or a call for GameStop before. Those things print. It is crazy. I guess when you're dealing with a contract for 100 shares of something that's 200 per and it's extremely volatile, that makes sense. But whew, that thing went down. For example, I'm just going to be transparent about what happened. So on one of my accounts, it opened pre-market. I had $3,900 on that account. I sold my Dogecoin. My workhorse calls went up on market open, and I ended up selling my workhorse calls at about, At that point, I had about 5,000 in that account. That started the morning at 3,900, just off the workhorse calls. I had I had more than 3 calls. I had 5, 6, I think I had 8 contracts at different price levels. So I sold all 8 at right around, well, I literally told you guys in the Discord group, I said I'm selling, and it happened to be at the top. So just while we're recapping the day, we might as well talk about it. I just sold. Okay, so I sold at 10:02 a.m., which was workhorse. I think it was like 16. I didn't want to get too greedy. Yeah, okay. Ended up selling somewhere like 16 and a quarter. Now it did make another move up, but I didn't care. Like, I didn't want to miss my sell. So after that point, I just bought a couple shares on my other account and made a couple bucks here. That's what I like to do. When I start getting FOMO, I like to go on one of my smaller accounts, and then, you know, the account I don't really care about. And if I really am feeling the FOMO, I will just buy some shares on my small account. I can all in on my small account, only end up with like 5 shares, where I would probably max lose like $15, and that cures my FOMO. Give it a try, have a separate account, and do that. That helps me out a lot, because even the best of us fall victim to making dumb decisions and feeling emotional about trades. Because when I had 8 calls and I saw it start going up again, I'm like, well, I didn't sell at the top. So I said, you know what? Let me just enter on my small account and not do anything dumb. Not re-enter on my big account and then greed, and then the price goes down and I actually lose some kind of money. So anyway, I locked that in. That took me from like 3,900 on that account to 5,000 on that account. So that was pretty good morning, 1,100 bucks. And then I bought at the top of the GameStop move, somewhere around here, or maybe it was after 344. Maybe it was. I think somewhere around here, I bought puts on GameStop. I bought one put contract, and that took the account from 5,000 to 7,000. So I over doubled my account this morning off Workhorse and GameStop, doing call options in the morning and then one put on GameStop in the morning, because that just worked out perfectly. So now GameStop is starting to go back up, and I didn't sell it. I could have sold it here, but it's a June 18th put. So I was thinking maybe, you know, it's kind of low risk to hold it at this point, unless GameStop's going to recover and never come back for like a whole week and a half, which is unlikely, that it does not fall back down. But there just seemed like so much potential. If into after hours it's sold off and in the morning it was like at 260 instead, that would be a whole nother $1,500 or something. So I know tomorrow's like our Doge day, but I saw which is way more profit potential at a higher likelihood if I just held the put till tomorrow. Now it looks like that might have been the wrong decision, and I was really 50-50. I thought about it hard. Looks like that could have been the wrong decision, but we'll have to wait till market open tomorrow, because if it goes up, I'm going to be sad, because I at least could have sold the put and then bought another put if it went up. So decisions. Maybe it was greedy to not sell the put. It was definitely greedy, but I thought it was still smart, because I paid the premium to not do June 11th. So if I paid the premium for my put option to expire a whole week and a half later, I might as well hold it. That was my reasoning. If I was gonna just sell it today anyway, I might as well have been a little greedier and not paid the premium and just done a June 11th expiration. So, but the puts be printing. Now we know. So that was pretty cool. And just to prove that I'm not lying, okay, because I don't usually show my accounts, but this is one of them. To prove that I'm not lying. For anybody that's like, he's just saying that, he's not showing his account. So this, as you can see, this is pre-market. See if that'll focus. Pre-market. Okay. And this is right now, 6,400 at market close. Doubled that account today. At one point though, at the high, whoops, this was $7,000. So that was literally double where we opened today. So yeah, that was a pretty good day. Let's see. Stayed up late to make sure that I caught you. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I love that all of you are supporting the stream like that and that you actually find it useful. So great. That's great to hear. So, dude, what's going on? Is it a good time to buy FTM? What's FTM? Can you help me out with that? What's FTM, man? I'm not sure what it is. Is it a crypto? My girlfriend was mad because I was on the computer too much yesterday, so I missed your workhorse call. Oh, man. That sucks. Yeah, I mean, my girl gets upset too when I'm doing too much gaming and not giving her attention or anything streaming. That's why I have to time my streams to either I'm doing it like now before she gets home from work or at night after she's gotten her time. You got to give the girl her time, her attention, or else. And I mean, it's not unreasonable, but yeah, that sucks. That sucks. You'll never let her live it down. That's what you got to do. Babe, you made me miss so much money. You gotta let me have this time. That's all you gotta do. Did the internet going down have anything to do with the price crash? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. It's a good question. Let's see. How come I don't do this full time? He has a full-time job, probably saving the city of Gotham at night. Because a solid paycheck shows its true value when the markets are bare. Those are good answers. Yes, he's Batman. I wish. If you became a millionaire this year, you'd still show up to work. That's been my thing. I've always said, like, how much money would I have to make before I quit my stable job? And I don't know what that number would be. I would have to be making, like, comfortably 6 figures, in my opinion. Because at the end of the day, when you like work for yourself, especially in the stock market where things can be a bit of a gamble, it's like nothing is guaranteed. So to exchange my guaranteed income that will never change, like paycheck to paycheck every 2 weeks, I know what's coming in not the mail. We're not in the 90s. I know what's coming via direct deposit. To get rid of that security and then start like gambling in the stock market and relying on my own like brain to take care of my family, especially knowing how I do sometimes. Like, I obviously know how to trade, but there have been times where like I just rage traded away $2,000 in a day. Just that wasn't recently, but I know it's just, you have to be fully mentally committed to do that full time. And you have to be at a point where you can actually take yourself out of like emotionally, almost 100%, to not even be like upset about losing trades too much when you know that that's like your rent money. It's just, I would much rather have a 9 to 5 and then trade on the side. At least for now. Especially if you can pull it off, then you just have 2 incomes. Yeah, when the markets are bare. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot. Now, if the YouTube thing takes off too, and then I can do, because YouTube, if you know like how many viewers you get and you're on a set uploading schedule, you know like what your AdSense revenue is going to equal at that point, and then you can kind of 9 to 5 that. You know, it's relatively stable. So maybe at that point would I do like YouTube full time and then trade like as part of the channel. But I don't think I could not have like another job and trade. That's just too risky. If I became, yeah, and that's what I feel like. Even if I became a millionaire, I've always said, like, if I ever came up on some money, like $2 million, would I even quit my job? I don't know that I would. Because I feel like I like my job personally. Like, what I do, I've gotten very used to it. I don't hate it. Plus, I get to work at home. So it's not like I have this situation where I just, I'm like, man, I wish I could quit. So, now if I did not like my job, that'd be a different story. Because I have had jobs that I didn't like, and I'm just like, all right, get me out. And if I came up on some money, I absolutely would quit. But I feel like if you don't hate your job, or if you even like your job a little bit or a lot, it's just like, sit on that 2 million. You can splurge with it every once in a while, maybe save it, trade some, make some more profits, but then pay like your bills and most things still with your 9 to 5, and you'll hold on to that $1 million. So I don't know how much money it would take me to quit. Probably multiple millions. What sort of investment now in Bitcoin will get you in early retirement? You'd have to get, well, it depends on how old you are as well, because the time to retirement is extremely important, because you have to factor in how much time you have to let those Bitcoins grow. But there will be a time in the future where Bitcoin will reach its maximum price anyway. So it's not like it's going to exponentially grow in price forever. But I think 2040 is supposed to be the cutoff, and there's a couple halvings on the way to that year. I would say Bitcoin's about 30,000 right now. What do you consider retirement? Like $1 million? Well, if projections are Bitcoin 100,000 by the end of the year, I'd say you'd be pretty safe getting like 5 coins right now, 5 Bitcoin. So invest like $150,000 by the end of the year. That should be somewhere around $500,000. And then over the next couple years, really over like the next, okay, you're 40. So over the next 10 years, that would put us at 2030. I'd assume Bitcoin would be worth at least 500 grand each. So what would that be for you? Like 2.5 mil? If you invest 150 grand now, that should be retirement, I believe. But then if you even held it for another 10 years, then as Bitcoin continues to go up in value, there's actually, what was that thing called? Bitcoin stock to flow. There it was. Right? And here it is. It projects what Bitcoin's price is going to be given how the code is set up to make it more rare and more valuable over time. And it's been pretty accurate. So right now we're here. It's saying in around September, October, we'll be at 100 grand per Bitcoin. We have had a setback here, but I mean, it's happened before. So as long as it doesn't permanently set us back. Yeah, I was talking 2 million, 2.5 US. So 2 million UK? Okay. And then you've got 2022, 23, it's pretty much 100 grand. But then you get like to the next, I guess, the halving event or something. I don't know what's happening here. Oh yeah, because it's every like 4 years, right? So this is when it would happen again, and that's when you see the price start to increase. And then it starts to increase in value like 200, 300, 400, 500. And then you're up to $1 million per coin up in like 2025. So definitely if you did like 100 grand now, you should be able to retire within like 15 years, I would think. 10, 15. Do I have that much money? Absolutely not. But what's the situation? Hey Amanda, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. What's the situation with Bitcoin? Do I start buying now or wait for another dip? If you want in Bitcoin, I don't think now is a bad buy at all. Maybe go 75% in on your Bitcoin. I don't know how many coins you plan to buy, Amanda, but if you had any intention of buying more than 3, I'd probably buy like 2/3 now and then save 1/3 just in case the price dips again and buy another coin cheaper. But 30,000 for a Bitcoin is half off where it was 3 weeks ago. So just keep that in mind. Once it recovers, you've already doubled your money. It's kind of the same thing I say for Dogecoin. Like we knew Doge was pretty comfortably at like 50, 60 cents. So like don't always greed for like a 25 dip on Dogecoin when 30s is a discount. And once it recovers, we'll be back 50, 60 cents and you'll have about doubled your money. Pretty much guaranteed. So that's how I feel about it. Yeah, we might see 25 or maybe 20,000 Bitcoin. And so if you think that that's a possibility and you would be upset if you didn't grab that dip, then just save a little bit to maybe get like 1 coin. If you're buying 3, buy 2 coins now and then save like your 35,000 for 1 more potential coin if there's a dip. And if not, you can grab it at like 35, 40,000 on the way up if you don't think it's going to happen. Scale in, basically. Stankist says, she says, when we going on vacation again? I told her when I get my tendies and not before. She'll thank you at Christmas. Exactly. She'll thank you then. She'll thank you when it's anniversary time. She'll thank you when it's time to go on vacation. Tell her you sacrificing some time together now is not for you being selfish, but it's for her, right? You want to be able to better provide for her, better take care of her. You don't want her to have to work another day in her life. Maybe she doesn't have to. I don't know your situation. So, yes, right now, today, for the next couple weeks, months, I don't know. You might not have quite as much time with her, just like I don't right now because I'm streaming for you guys. But eventually, you believe it'll pay off. And then you can buy her a Birkin bag, or you can buy her a car, or a house. I don't know. Pay for a nice wedding. I don't know if that's your plan, but all right. Anyway. Back to the music. Whatever she's into, I don't know. I just named some random cliche things, but let's see. They won't be mad when they see that money. Facts. You should do YouTube full time. I saw some other folks who are not really that knowledgeable. Okay. Thing is, I don't know. The live streaming isn't going to make me much money, but posting YouTube videos would, as long as they got views. If I want to make money off live streams, I have to turn on monetization, which means I have to not play, like, for example, the music that's playing right now, which I did do when I first started streaming. I was playing music off YouTube's library. If you guys don't care, yeah, my bad, Snankist. My bad. I took that too far. I'm sorry. Hopefully she wasn't watching. I might have sabotaged your whole life. Yeah, if I wanted to make money off live streams, obviously you can't rely on like donations or anything, even if you have a ton of subs, because you don't make that much money off donations usually. Not enough to replace like your day job, unless you're extremely popular. There's just a ton of people donating all the time. That's not probably going to pay you like your rent, though it could help you out a lot. So I would have to monetize the streams and get enough views on those streams. If I want to monetize the streams, I have to play music that won't let me get demonetized, which means like we can't listen to the music we want to listen to. We'd have to at most listen to YouTube's library, which I did on my first streams for the first like week and a half. And then I was like, why am I monetizing videos with 2 viewers here? Because at the time I had like no views at all. Like, what am I making? Like literally 2 cents? And so then I stopped. But that's where I'd have to end up back, or just no music. But YouTube videos is probably the easiest way to make money. We'll see. That's an interesting idea to do. I might have to start uploading and make a transition. What job do you do? I do a couple things, but my main job, I'm a call center manager for a national call company. National call center. But I do other stuff as well. Hard for YouTube to pay all the bills? It just depends. YouTube is not bad. You can actually make decent money off YouTube. I know some of my other videos that I made on the tech space, if you look at the first videos on my channel, the first one that's up there has 600,000 views. And I got paid pretty decently for that video. But you have to be that popular. You know what I mean? You have to be getting like tens or hundreds of thousands of views per month. Not tens, hundreds of thousands of views per month total off all your videos, not per year. Or you will be broke. If I had $1 million, easy choice, split between dividend paying stocks and the rest in IRA, live off the interest. Even then, I'd still come to work. Yeah, see, Same. My buddy has 10 Bitcoins. Woo. He's hodling like a champ. I would too. Absolutely. If you've held for 10 years, there's no reason to sell right now. Because what would that give him? 10, 30, 30, 30, $300,000? Or he can wait a couple years and have a couple $1 million. Absolutely. That's a hold for me as well. Got to remember they're building that new solar mine. Once that project's done, we can expect it to shoot that high. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of good things happening for Bitcoin right now. There's just, you know, the FUD. The FUD is keeping it down. So look at this as like something's normally out of reach, but someone's holding it down and it benefits you. Something that you normally couldn't reach. We did not think 2.5 weeks ago that we were going to see a 30 dip. We were saying we'd be lucky if we got like 45 cents. I don't know if you guys remember that. Bitcoin crashing opened up an opportunity for you guys to get a 20 dip like 3 times, and now comfortably you can buy at like 31 or 33 cents without even stressing about it, because we're there right now. So try and think into the future a couple weeks. Once the price has recovered on Bitcoin and we're back to like 50 cents Doge, you will not be able to say, oh, I wish we had a 30 dip again. So don't do anything now, or don't not do what you would regret not doing later on. Lucky, sure. Balls of Steel is what he has now. He was homeless 2 years ago, still didn't sell. Wow. Oh, that is the definition of diamond hands for sure. But that's going to pay off for him. Thanks for the info. Also, are we waiting for Tesla? Yeah, no problem. Are we waiting for Tesla's announcement regarding acceptance of Doge? I made a loss as I sold during the drop, so I really want to recoup your losses. Ooh. No. So I'm not waiting for Tesla's announcement. I'm in at the dip, expecting Tesla's announcement. Thing is, you don't want to buy when everyone else is buying. You buy when everyone else is selling, and then you sell when everyone else is still buying. FOMO buying in. That's how you end up on the right side of trading. So for example, right now everyone is panicking. A lot of the noob traders don't even know why Doge is going down. They're just like, oh my God, Doge is dead. But we know why. And we know when Bitcoin goes back up, it's going to pull us up with it. So at this time, we see the dip opportunity, the rare low dip near 30 cents. We buy that up. And then we're in for, if there's an announcement, doubling our money then, about doubling. Or if there's not an announcement and there's just some tweets, some hype stuff going on, at the very least, we're in at the bottom. So anything that happens that moves the price up is going to put us in a good spot because we'll be in profit. For example, I'm in, or I would be in now in anticipation of something happening tomorrow versus just looking at the screen and refreshing Twitter, missing maybe a few cents of hype run up, as people expect maybe something to happen tomorrow, and then the announcement come, and then I have to get in closer to 40 cents versus closer to 30 cents. So that's the way I look at it. So as soon as, you know, it's hopefully, because most of my money is in that put. It was a very expensive put for AMC or GME. As soon as I can sell that, I will be transitioning right back over to Doge, hopefully still at 30 cents. In 6 to 12 months, we could be begging for a 60K dip on Bitcoin. Right, exactly. Doge got listed on Revolut. Interesting. Can I show the Doge projection on the same site that I use for Bitcoin? I don't think it does crypto, like other crypto. Yeah, this is a Bitcoin website, so it's kind of Bitcoin only. It's called buybitcoinworldwide.com. So no, I actually can't. But what I'll do now is just go back to the things we actually care about here. Okay, GameStop's doing all right. I want it to be doing bad, because obviously I want my put to do well. But no, Dogecoin's doing okay. Looking like it wants to be a little strong. Let's see what it's all about. Oh yeah. Can I type in Doge on Revolut News to see what it's all about? Yes. actually began to question the credibility of Doge when it hit 29. Glad you held. Yeah. Just doing all the research you can on these slow days. Crypto is the new frontier. It really is. And I think people are kind of even still sleeping on cryptocurrency. Once crypto really catches on globally, the value of it's going to increase so much once people know what crypto is. Right now, keep in mind, people don't even know what cryptocurrency is. So we are really like the geeks at this point, the crypto geeks. It's going to have a whole new value, a whole new level of use once people like widespread universally adopt it and understand what it is. So who knows what the price could be? We say right now, Doge $2 to $3. It could be like Doge $15 in 2 years. Doge $20, Doge $50. In the same way that people a couple years ago probably didn't think Bitcoin was going to be anything substantial, because it's just new. It's still new. And at that point, Bitcoin's market cap could be 10 trillion instead of 1 trillion. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. Doge could still be third place, but with a way higher market cap as everyone else's market cap goes up, because crypto becomes way more important. So there's just no way to know. Revolut. Doge. UK-based digital banking service Revolut added Doge to its crypto offering in response to widespread demand from its users. Nice. Dogecoin is the 30th token to be made available there. Awesome. Began offering crypto trading in 2017, coming in for criticism for not allowing customers to withdraw their holdings to other exchanges. Okay. Interesting. So it sounds like they're a UK-based exchange, and they just decided to add Doge to their list. Cool. This was 6 hours ago. Did Doge price even move? It'd be at 12. Not really. Wow. How to get rich on crypto? Buy low. Step 1, buy low. Step 2, hodl for years. Step 3, profit. Absolutely. Revolut is closer to PayPal than an exchange. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's that easy? No, it really is. In a couple years, like I said, where was crypto a couple years ago? People probably thought like buying Bitcoin in like 2014 and then seeing it run up to whatever price it was in like 2017. They're probably like, oh my God, the market cap of Bitcoin, this is so crazy. And now here we are 3 years later and it's at like 60,000 per coin. Like, you just don't know how something or technology is going to increase in value over time as people start to like adopt it and use it and add value to it. So who knows next year even where market caps will be. We keep limiting Doge to Ethereum and Bitcoin's market cap, but don't forget the projections for next year for Bitcoin's market cap are going to be way higher than 1 trillion. And Ethereum come like January, early 2022 with Ethereum 2.0, it's probably going to like double or triple in price compared to even what it is right now, which will move the market cap up that high. So then Doge has all this extra room to run. So then it's not Doge to $2 or $3. It's maybe Doge to $6, Doge to $7, as the needle gets moved up for everybody. And then that could just continue. Who knows where those other ones stop before Doge, gets limited by Ethereum. Because I'm giving conservative guesses, just saying that Doge could go this high before the market cap would push it into second place. Do you think that's why you're buying a little bit of everything? You never know what's going to happen. Yeah, exactly. Do you think the worst dip of Doge is done, or will it go down more? After hearing so much hype off the YouTube videos, different people say all sorts. 29, 28 is really the lowest Dogecoin has even gone any time relatively recently. So the worst dips that we got here was 29, here was 28. The previous one This was when we were at like 25. That was a one-time thing right after the dip to 19 cents here after the SNL sell-off. So, very, very unlikely that Dogecoin goes below like 28 cents again. All of the extreme dips have been higher lows. So overall, I mean, it's showing signs of strength here, 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 and then here. So we're trending up, if anything, Amanda. I just don't see Dogecoin going back down here, because even now that Bitcoin is showing these new signs of weakness, since Dogecoin's like price floor has been raised up, it's not going as low as it did in the past when Bitcoin was hitting these prices. So like we said earlier, when Bitcoin in the past was dipping to 35,000, like coming off the 40,000 mark and going to 35,000, Doge at that time, its value was lower. So Doge was hitting this yellow line here when Bitcoin was hitting this yellow line at 36,000 to 31 cents Doge. Doge has since gained so much more strength with these announcements recently that now, I mean, Bitcoin hit 36. I mean, Bitcoin went down to, at what point did it hit the 31 mark even? Well, when Bitcoin hits 36,000, now Doge was sitting at like 37 instead of 31. And then when Bitcoin sold all the way off down just now to near 30,000, which previously at 31,000, when was that dip? Let me see. This was 523. Previously, when Bitcoin was 31,000, Dogecoin dipped to 24 cents. This time, right here, Bitcoin went to that same price, 31,000. Did Dogecoin go down to 24 cents? No. Dogecoin only dipped to 30 cents. Barely touched 39 for a split second. So we are literally, like I said, 6 to 7 cents up higher than we were just about a week ago. That's how much in price strength that we've moved up. It's not just me saying that. Like, you can just go back, look at the examples, and compare the dips on Bitcoin to where it brought us. 29,000 the first time Bitcoin hit. Doge was at 19 cents. This time, 31,000. Doge doesn't go down quite as far. Doge only goes to 24 cents, not 20 cents. This time, Doge only goes to 31 cents, to 30 cents. We're just gaining strength over time. So, no, Amanda, I really don't think that Dogecoin goes much lower. Each time Bitcoin crashes, Doge is stronger. That dip right there could have been the last under 30 dip that we see. Doge will hit $1 when Bitcoin makes a new all-time high, 65K plus. Yeah, that'll definitely help. That in itself will almost double the price of Doge. Just when Bitcoin doubles and recovers back to where it was, we get back to like 60 cents. Just off that, no more news. So just keep that in mind. And consider also that Bitcoin is on track. The projections, if it recovers, was to hit 100K by the end of the year. That's going to take Dogecoin pretty high up, at least 70 cents, as long as Dogecoin doesn't crash for some reason. At least 70. You would think $1, but I'm just trying not to go too crazy. Because at the same time, it is really Bitcoin spotlight. It's not really Doge's at that point. So maybe it doesn't go 1-to-1 the whole way up, but it's still going to drag it up some. Can I go to the Revolut website? Yeah. What is it? .com? So, this is Revolut's website. Apparently, Doge just got an announcement that it is now live on these guys' platform for payments. And according to Stankus, this is like PayPal in the UK. So they just got access to Dogecoin. Let's look at their website a little bit. Open a multi-currency account in minutes. Oh yeah, this does kind of look like PayPal. Just add $20 deposit, get started. You get a card you can use to spend it. You can hold, exchange, send, and receive 28 currencies. Wow. You can send to friends, send, request, or split bills with friends and family instantly. So yeah, this is very much like PayPal. Pay like a local, get the real exchange rate. But yeah, this service looks pretty good. 7x better than the banks at stopping card fraud, analytics, savings, cashback. Wow. So yeah, this looks pretty cool. This company here, UK-based PayPal, basically, just announced that they're accepting Doge as one of the cryptos on their platform. So big announcement today. Didn't really move the needle though, as everything else has not moved the needle for whatever reason. Thank you, Bitcoin. But yeah, that's great news. That is awesome. You can just add that to the catalysts, the list of catalysts for Doge to move up in price. Once we start recovering, trust me, you'll start to see the effects of those things. Regardless of whether or not we see a pump, each announcement makes Dogecoin like more stable and less likely to dump. So you can feel a little more assured in your investment once we get added value via these announcements. Am I missing any good ones? ADA, Ethereum, XRP, Doge, Ethereum for sure. ADA is one of those, like, you're kind of betting on ADA, Cardano, if you're betting on them being better than Ethereum, or at least competitive, because the thing is with them, they're supposed to be getting much higher transaction speeds. I think supposed to be able to accommodate like millions of transactions per second. And at that point, you know, they're also going to have the smart contract support, so DeFi apps can also run on Cardano platform, which will put it in direct competition with Ethereum network right now. So if you buy into Cardano, you're kind of betting on Cardano doing well into Ethereum competition. So yeah, you can buy Ethereum as well. Obviously, it's much cheaper, so you can buy a lot more shares. But Ethereum, with the rumors to come out with Ethereum 2.0 early next year, is kind of one of those buy and hold type investments where it might not go up crazy 2x right now or next month or 2 months later, but come next year, it could be doing 3x or 4x what you are at right now. So it's, and especially if you're getting a dip close to 2,500 on Ethereum, really good. Honestly, if I had sold that put, I was just going to buy a couple shares of Ethereum before I went back into Doge. Ethereum moves up on its own because of those things, because of how good Ethereum is and how much like guaranteed improvement there is to come. Ethereum on its own has been moving up pretty strong after crashes, whereas like Doge and some of the others that don't have as many Doge's catalysts are just different. Like I said, with Doge, we have announcements that make it like we're like, okay, it does have value. It's not just an arcade token. People will actually take it as payment. But other than that, Doge doesn't have this crazy value. Ethereum is a network that supports other like currencies, other cryptos. So it's a bigger player in the game. So because of that, it tends to recover on its own faster than Dogecoin does if Dogecoin doesn't have any news. So I was just going to run into Ethereum at the dip, because right now I think it's 2,600 or maybe 27 at this point. I type ETH. Okay. 2,500. Wow. Absolutely. Yeah, that is a buy. 2,500 or lower Ethereum. Keep in mind, before Bitcoin crashed, Ethereum was doing so well that the price had done this. Just look at the chart for Ethereum and look at what it had done. This is only going back right here. Okay, this is January. We don't need to go back that far. Just go to like April. In April, Ethereum was somewhere around the 1,000-ish mark, high 1,000s. Then it went to 2,000 in like late April. Then it jumped from 2,000 all the way up to $4,300, almost $4,400 per share mid-May. That was only 3 weeks ago. And because of the Bitcoin sell-off, it brought it all the way back down to its originating prices. And even now, it's not that high when you compare it to where it came from. So putting your money in Ethereum when you know that this is a network-based currency, like the value of it is in the Ethereum network, you know there's a lot of good things to come. You know there's even talks with Vitalik, the CEO of Ethereum, the creator rather, or co-founder. in talks, even publicly, and discussed it with Elon, with Dogecoin potentially running and handling transactions off the Ethereum network. So an integration there, there's all this news about this network right here. This is kind of that thing to be in if you're not in Doge, in my opinion. If you want guaranteed money, if you want to risk it for the biscuit, and maybe get a higher percentage on your return faster, maybe you do something like XRP or Cardano. But this is like, each time it dips, you get these strong recoveries, and then Bitcoin keeps crashing, but it wants to go back. So my play for today was I sold my workhorse calls, I bought my GME put, and then I was going to sell the put and dump all of my new money that I had off the profit into the Ethereum dip. That actually would have been a crazy play if I had actually executed on the last part, because Ethereum will probably be back 3,000s pretty soon, and if I could have got 3 shares of that, yeah, Ethereum's good. Ethereum 40K in 3 years, probably. Where can we stake Doge on the Ethereum network? This would be great for all hodlers. When can we? Yeah, it would be great. Now, like I said, Dogecoin is supposed to be getting smart contracts on its own, regardless of if it switches networks to Ethereum. So all of that fancy stuff should be coming pretty soon for Doge. When it does, Doge's price probably doubles or triples pretty quickly. Smart contracts actually bring some value to the thing. Make it a little more useful. Makes 2.5K. 2.5K is absolutely a bargain. It's crazy how many places are adding it. It's like they know something is coming. Jump on the Doge train before it's going too fast for you to jump on. Final Sand just tweeted he got on Primetime News. Wow. Any news on XRP, and what are my thoughts on their IPO? And what will happen on the crypto? Will it go down? I did not know about their IPO. I think XRP is pretty decent. I think XRP is getting outshadowed by a lot of the other cryptos, Doge, Ethereum, Cardano, Polygon, all those other things. I think XRP is kind of getting outshadowed, but XRP definitely has its place. I've always said that because of where XRP kind of stands today, it already kind of situates itself with the low transaction fees, low cost of use, fast transactions, and low power footprint. It kind of already sets itself up for people that need to handle large amounts of transactions and don't want to have to pay high fees to validate each transaction, and to place transactions. So for like banks or anyone else, any of these other centralized companies that get into decentralized finance to do stuff on the back end of their brands, I feel like XRP right now is already best set up for that, because they already have those stats. A lot of things like Ethereum 2 and Cardano, like they flaunt these stats that they're going to have soon, but they don't have them yet. So I don't know, I'm bullish on XRP. But yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, guys, good stuff here. I mean, again, obviously Doge isn't doing much. Bitcoin's actually not looking great. Bitcoin's not looking good still. There is still a chance that we see another dip back down here. Yeah, Bitcoin's just not looking super good. So keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled. There could be another dip here. If there is, that could be pretty bad, because you really don't want this line coming much further than this. It already technically made a lower low, but it was just a rejection wick, so we won't look too much into it. But if it comes back down and you have this, like, you know what I call it, the H of Doom. If you get that pattern form where it makes this super low low, comes up, doesn't fully retrace, but it just loses steam and comes right back down to the same low, it's probably going to dump below that line, because obviously that's a sign of weakness if it can't even make a higher low after all that run up, if it can't hold it. So then it'll probably dump. We'll start looking 30,000 and just hope that it doesn't go below 29. If if it does, you might see like a bloodbath in the crypto space. So keep your eyes peeled. Don't forget that Doge is kind of going to follow Bitcoin. So whether or not you look at Dogecoin, that part doesn't matter. Keep your eyes on Bitcoin and make sure this thing isn't dumping on you. Because if you're not in the Discord group or something, or follow me on Twitter, and that's not a plug, by the way, but I'm just saying, where I tend to post updates, and you're not looking at the chart either, you might come back to like Doge 27 cents or something and be kind of unhappy. So keep your eyes on Bitcoin, make sure it's not crashing the market, and that will be your ticket to success. Once you end the stream, we're going to see crazy moves. I know. I'm about to end the stream too, so hopefully crazy moves to the upside, not the downside. And then we'll have something to talk about in the next stream, which we will anyway, but for the main stream later on tonight. All right, guys, keep your eyes on the meme stocks too. Like I said, GameStop tomorrow, Workhorse tomorrow. AMC looks like it kind of wants to die. BlackBerry also looked like it kind of wanted to die just because of the weakness here. It was kind of below the 200, like a bearish pattern after hours where it's still under the 200 EMA. GME though held better, even though there was a stronger sell-off. It's holding above the 200 EMA and then started getting near the VWAP line as well, though after hours the VWAP is less, I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, but you do see that technically it's above it, so that's more bullish. AMC kind of bullish, but I just don't like that it's been trading literally sideways for the last 2 days. Makes me think it might be out of steam. And then Workhorse, in my opinion, kind of looks the best. Maybe, I don't know. But Workhorse also is going to have the least amount of backers during these meme stock rallies because less people know what Workhorse is. More know GameStop and AMC, and then maybe BlackBerry. Workhorse is like one of those if you know stocks, meme stocks. So little less potential, I think, unless all eyes can end up on it. But it's just hard when you've got those other three distractions. But to me, it did hold the best. It held above VWAP, then it did sell off at the very end, but it still has the steepest uptrend at this point. It's kind of recovering the strongest. So we'll see what happens. Just keep an eye on all four. But we'll talk about this later anyway. But yeah, that is going to do it for the live stream, guys. When am I going to stream today? In about 2 hours. This stream went way longer than it was supposed to. It was supposed to be 30 minutes, but it's been an hour 15. So I might bump the 9 o'clock stream back to 9:30 because I feel like probably don't need to do it super early at this point. So just keep an eye out for me, like 2 to 3 hours. I'll just say that to be safe. 2 to 3 hours, I'll be live again. That'll be 9 to 10 o'clock Eastern time. Somewhere around that, I'll be back. What's my Twitter? On Twitter, you can find me at 2020 Tech Reviews. All my links are in the description. There's one link towards the bottom of the description that says social media and referrals, I think. Just click on that, and it'll take you to a page that literally has all my links there. It looks like this. When you click on it, it looks like this. This is PayPal. You can ignore that unless you really want to donate. Then YouTube channel, my 2 Instagrams. Wait a minute. Yeah, my Instagram, my Twitter is right here. And then Cash App for donations. Again, you can ignore that. Robinhood, if you want 1 free stock when you sign up, they let you do that if you use my referral link. If you don't have a Webull account, you can use this one and you can get 2 free stocks, which is cool. And then if you want a Coinbase account, that'll just give you some like $10 worth of Bitcoin if you sign up using that link. And then at the bottom, that's my Twitch. I don't really use Twitch, so you can ignore that. But this is my more personal Instagram account right here. So if you want to follow me there, you can. If not, whatever. I understand. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Thank you for the support today. I will be back in a couple hours. And yeah, no problem, Gilbert. Right on the money train. That is the goal. Bill be wonky. Yeah, it might stink us. Cool. All right, guys. I will catch you all in a couple hours. If you haven't already, subscribe, of course, to the channel. Click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button after that, and then select all. That way you'll get notified during the next stream. Skydive. Oh, man. You came right when I'm literally closing out, but I'll be live again in just a couple hours. But thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for your support, Skydive. Good evening, and I will catch you in just a couple hours. Peace, guys.